What's going on YouTube? It's your girl Mercedes gang. You feel me? In the gang, because we don't come with no price tag, period. Anyways, y'all, I'm back with another little reaction video. Goodness gracious. The truth about the Italian Mafia. Now, I have some Italian friends. My family knows Italians. We're pretty cool with them. Yeah, we're pretty cool with them. You know what I'm saying? So this was something that kind of caught my attention. And I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think as well. Like maybe a couple guesses on some of the things that they did. I don't even know. But please like, share, subscribe. I'm already going to go ahead and like it, and let's get it.
So in today's video, I want to talk about the double standards between the mob and traditional black gang members. Now, for one, let me get this out. I don't support the actions of any of these groups. For some reason, a good bit of people think that I enable bad behavior in the black community or I don't hold black people accountable. But what y'all got to understand is that, man, when I made my channel, my approach is extremely different from anyone else. I try to see things from a different lens. And if you feel like I am not holding black people accountable, there are millions of channels, millions of TikTok pages that you can watch of people holding black people accountable, okay? Yeah. So the way I tackle these situations is different, right? Just the surface level knowledge that I know about black history. The reason that our community is in shambles isn't, you know, it isn't far off to me. From the war on drugs, the redlining, through slavery, generational trauma, like it goes so deep, and you can see why there is so much dysfunction in the black community. A lot of people see the product of how we are today, but don't even look back, you know, years ago to see why things are the way they are. So when I come online and it seems like I am making all of these excuses for black people, that is not the case. I don't support any type of black dysfunction. I don't support broken homes. I don't support any type of degeneracy, right? It's that point blank simple. And I am a young man that lives by that. I am a present father to my 3 young black children.
Oh, yeah.
I have a black wife, never been to jail, never been to prison, don't plan on going. Unless they try to draft me to that army. I ain't But my point is, man, I try to live by example, and I'm not going to hop online and show the bad of black people when it's millions of pages that do that. As black people, man, we really have to be cautious of coming online and putting all our business out there. If we're going to address our bad, you know, let's do it in-house. And I know it's kind of hard to do that with, you know what I'm saying, it's online and titles and clickbait. So what I try to do is I'll phrase the problem. Exactly, like in here, I'm going to dissect the bad things about black gangs now and how they do a lot of dumb shit. I'm going to dissect that, but I'm not going to make that the focal point of the video. So I just wanted to get that out the way because I had to address that comment. Now, for one, I want to talk about black gangs, right? And these started as positives. They were about protecting the communities against police, you know, doing things for the community and keeping everything in order. Like back in the day, it was ranks. It was all structured and positive. Fast forward to 2026, man, and it's just a whole bunch of.
I always wonder how it went from protecting to now, you know, gangs or whatever.
Young dumb niggas killing each other.
Why don't gangs be organized like the mafia? Man, let's go. To be honest, gang, when gangs first started out, bro, they was exactly like the mafia. Gangs had rankings, leaders. You had to have certain qualities and learn literature to even join the gang in the first place. But that shit all went away when the government actually seen like how powerful gangs could actually become. So they did everything in their power to break structure of the gangs. This is when they started putting the leaders of the gangs in jail, the second in command, anybody of importance that can take over the gang once the select few is already in jail. And by select few, I mean the hundreds of gang members they put on the RICO charges, because they did a few of them motherfuckers for sure. After the government was done with gangs wasn't nothing but probably majority foot soldiers, no doubt. A foot soldier is basically like one of the lowest ranks in the gang. For an example, for a civilian standpoint, let's just say you get hired as a cashier at McDonald's. Now, you have to get promoted the next fucking day to own the whole fucking franchise. Like, you don't know how to run a franchise for real, you was just a cashier. So they had to learn as they go, which gave us the gangs that we see today. For real.
Now let's get into the double standards of, you know, gangs versus the mob or the mafia. A lot of times in media, these people, they talk down on gangs, obviously because of how they are now. But the mob, I mean, they are a bunch of fucking thugs, right? They are thugs dressed up in suits.
I was gonna say, they ain't no different. They just dressed up nicely. That's it. And they know how to, like, yeah.
That's why they don't seem like thugs. These people were drug dealers, rapists, sex traffickers. I mean, they was doing some of the most degenerate things that you can imagine. And for some reason, bro, worldwide, people, I won't say glorify the mafia, because people do glorify gangs worldwide. But it's like, it's just a different type of respect that when people bring up the, you know, the blood or the Crips. So right here, we have a tweet, man. It says, as an Italian, y'all need to stop romanticizing the mafia because it is that deep. It's not fiction, it's real. It's not a book genre. Women are, you know what, life. Children are, you know what, poisoned, drowned. So take a moment to think about this and just stop. And right here we have a like a, I guess, a mobster.
Why does he look what?
And then
What does it
another
say?
one, right? This post ended up getting over 45,000 likes, but I really like the quote tweet that someone made. They said, "You know, the romanticization of the mafia, Yakuza, the cartel, etc., paired with the simultaneous demonization of gangs like Crips, Bloods, and more, say a lot about the way gang violence is seen as hot. It's not black." And you literally see this romancing of the mafia and the mob with all of the media. I'm not gonna lie, I love the Mafia series, the games, right? Mafia 1, 2, and 3. Right. Shout out to Mafia 3. You get to kill goddamn KKK members in that game. But this is a way of glorifying the mafia. All of the movies, you know, the Goodfella, the Godfather, all that types of stuff. And even when you hear people speak about them, right, it's always so highly, like I said, because they were dressed in suits. Okay, nigga, the most evil people ever were dressed in suits. All them people on them Epstein files were dressed in suits. But y'all want to demonize a nigga for
You speak of facts. I'm talking about, I remember hearing some quote saying, somebody talking about, oh, if you got tattoos, you're a criminal. None of these criminals have any tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty funny.
My little brother hoodie too. A lot of y'all been asking. I'm
That's
gonna
nice
put
hoodie,
his page on the screen. This is my blood little brother. Okay, he's the GOAT. But this is what I mean when I bring up the inconsistencies of things, right? I'm not enabling behavior, but I'm just pointing out the flaw in what y'all really pointing out. And I want y'all to just be honest on what it is, bro. You don't like black people. It's the same thing with black fatigue. A group of black people acting out, you point the whole race out, but we see what happened with them Epstein files. All white people. Nobody says white fatigue. Why is that? That's all I be saying. If we can keep the same standards, okay, cool.
Understandable.
We can come together as a human race and be like, okay, we got some fucked up individuals. We need to work on this. But even with black people, bro, y'all have to understand, like I said, all of this shit was planned. Right? They done, you know what I'm saying? It's literally all planned.
Okay. Now it's starting to get really, really good now. Now this immigrant group flew under the radar so much, but they are responsible for so much damage. It is criminal that is not talked about. I'm talking about the Italians. Now let's run down the list. Okay, we have the Irish, who became the police force, which were the old slave catchers, and we see how that relationship worked out, right?
And you know, you hear a lot about
I didn't know
Irish,
that.
like
I did not know that. Did not know that. Oh my gosh.
You know, that they were oppressed and they were slaves and things like that, which I'm not discounting. What I need a lot of people to understand, I don't even think that they made their connection worse than black people, but when you can't compare chattel slavery to any other slavery that happened in human history. Completely different. You know, even Africans that sold other black people, other Africans, right?
Yeah, I heard that was
the same way
going
you could
on
work your
today.
way out of that slavery. Chattel slavery was brutal. It was 400 years of, like, your whole life was nonstop. You were dehumanized. Your master could do whatever. You were property, right? A fun fact, like, if you ran away, like, they literally put insurance on us. We
hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck? What? They put insurance on us?
If we got killed or we ran away, they could get their money back.
That's crazy.
In fact, when slavery ended, they paid slave owners, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing. Like, stop having the struggle Olympics with us. It's not the same. I'm sorry. Nothing is going to compare. Even I have no problems with the Jewish community, but even what Jews went through, I'm sorry. I feel like, shit, they got reparations for what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? It was, I'm not even gonna get into it.
We have the Chinese and the Arabs, which was kind of similar. They had the financial one. All their businesses were allowed to operate in our communities while we was getting all these heat from the government, but they were allowed to thrust and prive upon us, but giving no respect or very little respect for us, okay, for all this money that we've been giving them. But now we come to the Italians, and the Italians was so foundational in the trajectory we have as Black Americans that we have to talk about it, okay? Now, just like with all groups, they get their hazing period. The Italians got their hazing period. And that's the only thing they want to talk about. Oh, they were the black people of Europe and stuff. Yeah, everyone gets their hazing period. But then when their hazing period is done, you get their assignment against Black Americans. And what were the Italian assignment against Black Americans? They were the beginning of the chemical warfare against our people. They were the heroin dealers.
Yeah, everybody want to say, we victims. Well, damn, shit, we've been victimized our entire fucking existence here, literally. I mean, we ain't been shit but victims. So when I bring this stuff up, I'm not being a victim, my nigga. I'm pointing it out. You know what I'm saying? We in an era of raccoon-ass niggas. I'm different. I move the other way. Anytime someone's doing some shit, I go the other way. And I see niggas going down that path. Oh, y'all tripping. Let's get back on point.
Point blank. That was their job. They were the heroin dealers to the inner cities. Only thing the inner city is code word for black part of town. We know about the Great Migration and things like that.
I didn't know that.
And how when we go to these cities, you know, they were denying us jobs.
I knew about the sundown towns, but like I never heard of This one, that's crazy. You learn, you learn something new every day.
They're red taping us. Oh, you have this zip code, we can't hire you, and all this stuff. So when people are down and stuff, they're looking for an escape. What happened? Where they turn to drugs, and that's where the Italians came.
That's why I say I just can't. It seems easy to say, oh, don't do drugs. Oh, get a job. Oh, don't join gangs. It sounds so easy to say, but come on. Obviously,
it's not
kids
as
aren't
easy
going to want
as
to
people
go down
think.
this wrong path. This all they fucking see is negative. You're a product of your environment.
That's
Drugs around you, okay, I'm going to do, like, it's easier than what it is, bro. Okay? So I need y'all to study history and stop always looking at things through the white supremacy mindset, right? I'm not telling you to hold yourself back. You could do anything in 2026. You most definitely can. Look, I guess I'm a product of that shit. All right? I'm successful. We can do anything, but we also have to acknowledge and not look down on people that didn't get to where you're at, right?
And just like every other immigrant group, once you sign this deal with white supremacy against Black Americans, your underworld is allowed to thrive. And boy, did their underworld thrive. They can create.
That's pretty fucked up if you think about it. Like I don't even know how to explain it.
Created entire generations. They made a whole ecosystem and called it the mob. They had structure, they had bosses, and all this was allowed to operate right under the nose of the FBI. Now imagine if the Bloods and the Crips had become so organized over generations that we were allowed to build entire cities with that money. That's what Las Vegas is, right? That's what Jersey City, you know, right. Like a
Really?
Boardwalk Empire, that show. That's what that's all about.
And the crazy thing, I'm sorry to cut bro off, he's spitting, man, but anytime we were left alone, we was thriving, we was doing our thing, it was greatness, and motherfuckers came and fucked it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. There's a couple stories out there.
Like every single
lot of
time in
stories.
America, they would come and burn the shit down,
Burn
find
the
an
towns
excuse.
down, all that. It's
Go in here, white
crazy.
lady, and say that this man did something to you. We gonna come burn it down after. Every time it
Done
was some
seen
shit
it.
like that.
That's crazy.
Hey, we the victims, y'all. Yeah, I mean, shit, niggas been victim of, you know what I'm saying?
For real, it's really
no,
sad
don't
as
play
fuck.
that game.
Our whole life.
That's all we have been throughout history. Us bringing this up isn't victimhood, bro.
You ever watch the show Casino? It tells you right there. They were allowed to operate with such impunity that they were building cities off of mob money. That's how much of a pass they was given because their job was to subjugate us chemically with heroin. And they did it. And they did it for a long time. Okay. So this is something that I want to bring to Black Americans, that each immigrant group had the role against us. So when we say that, when our old elder teachers say we have no friends, we have no friends. It is more than that. We have enemy combatants that is working for white supremacy. And they've been doing it for generations. It didn't stop until the 1980s. And finally, in the 1980s, like the late 70s, all of a sudden, the federal government decided to get it back on us. You know what? We're going to start prosecuting these mobsters. That's been running these whole cities for generations, all of a sudden. Why did they change their mind? Because in the 1980s, the
1980s, I already know crack.
I would say
epidemic.
crack.
The
Yep.
crack
I knew
epidemic.
it. I knew it.
He-
I was
I
just
might
about to
say
say the
something.
same stuff, bro. My mom grew up in the 80s, so she always had stories and everything of like the most craziest shit she done seen in the 80s.
chemical of choice of weapon
That's wild.
against Black
Oh,
Americans
wow.
shifted from heroin to crack cocaine. And you know who was bringing in the crack cocaine? The cartels. Now they don't have much of.
Hey, bro, he is like when you. I'm telling you, bro. This is why I guess people say I have no accountability for Black folks. When you look at history and you see the way these folks, they were so smart and intentional with disrupting the Black community. It's no surprise to me why it is the way it is today. I can't see it through another lens, and I'm sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Like, just listen to that, bro. That the crack before that. Yeah, bro.
Be used for the Italians anymore. All of a sudden, these prosecutions start coming. Big coincidence, right? And another thing, I think why they switched from heroin to crack cocaine, because we were utilizing heroin too much. Like all of our jazz and stuff and everything, we was able to channel it into creativity. I don't think they like that. They say, our heroin's not tough enough. And those needles, man, I don't know how you could just stick yourself like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway, beyond my time. But that's what happened with the Italians, and that was the Italians' role. So when everyone talk about, oh, Black and Italians like the Blacks of Europe, no, they're not. Once their brief hazing period is over,
I've never heard that term or statement before.
they were charged with the chemical warfare against us, the first wave, and it was detrimental, especially for the older generation. Someone like me, You know, I'm in my early 40s. I wasn't really around like during the heroin and stuff. But you talk to your parents about how detrimental heroin was, and their parents and their parents. That was the Italians. That was their role against us. So don't let anyone tell you that there was any kind of solidarity between blacks and Italians. They were the weapon used against us right before this next wave, which I'm going to talk about in the next video.
I gotta get his brother Paige a shout out. Y'all see it right here, man. Show him some love. He got a breakdown detailing the different, you know, immigrant groups. He got Mexicans, the Arabs, Chinese, Irish. He broke it down, and this isn't us. We just pointing this shit out. Damn, he even got African and Caribbean, right?
Ooh.
Y'all know my sentiment. I love all my black people. I'm not gonna get into all the diaspora wars, but shit.
No, but
the brother know what he talking.
Listen, I done met some Africans that dead ass don't even like black Americans, and I'm like, what? You know, and don't get me wrong, like, everybody got their own little reasons, but I done seen an African call a black American darker than them, and I'm looking at them like, are you for real? So I mean, I done had encounters. I done seen some things when it comes to the African/Caribbean. Yeah, that's another conversation for another day.
Talk about, man. So I would check out his channel.
Jesus,
he owned that, man, and big shout out to him. But that's the end of this video, man. I hope you guys enjoy. When I make the videos that I do, I'm not enabling the black community. I'm not making excuses for us. I'm just pointing out why things are the way that they are. There are millions of videos holding the black community accountable. You can go watch those. And I think a solution for the black community is really, we have to get back a sense of community, right? We have to look out for each other. If we in a community and I see your child acting out, hey, I'm gonna get on his ass. Like, we don't really see that no more. And a lot of times boredom causes kids to go down the wrong path. So one of my future like businesses that I want to start, it's not even a business. I want to start like a non-profit where I put like a gaming community in one of these hoods, right? Because gaming is what got me through a lot of stuff. Like I said, I love gaming, and I think putting a gaming center where they can just play the game. I have a whole bunch of PlayStations in there, you know, TVs, monitors. You can come in whenever you want to play the game, bro. Play the game, because gaming saves a lot of lives. I want to start like a robotics club, right? With my kids, I don't want them to think that playing sports, like if they want to play sports, they can play sports, but I want them to be interested in other things, robotics, computers, farming. Like, so I want to do that for my kids. But
I ain't gonna lie, that's how my mom was. Like, my dad was more of the athlete, sports. My mom was more of computer tech geek. Like, she was really good with technology, and which explains why I'm also good at this shit.
Also want to start another.
It's a good
or something like
what is it? What's the word? It's a good way to expand your child's mind. Like, you know, do other stuff, find other hobbies.
The minds that that I want to do. And you know, before I leave this earth, that's gonna be something that I try to do, right? Another solution I think we can do is, you know, a lot of more mentorships. Growing up, I was in something called Concerned Black Man, bro. I don't know what happened to the group, bro. I don't know what happened to it was a dude named Mr. Bridges, bro, and he was so cool, and we would just take us out on field trips. We would go do different stuff. Shit, they would pay for everything, do everything, and I want to start something like that, man. That's kind of what I want to get on, bro. I'm 24. I turned 25 this year, so I'm getting older. I'm just thinking about, bro, I really want to make a change in my community. I really want to do some shit, right? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy, man. If y'all want to see something similar to this, go check out Black Fatigue, bro, because yeah, it's not real.
That one. We're not doing this. No. Anyways, my bad. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. They just don't like us, no excuses. Shit. Are glorified while black ones are vilified, whatever. Both do terrible things, but this is also the double standard. Very true. You have a beautiful family, bro. You really do, honestly. Rico was created for the Italian mob, but now it just hits blacks on. I mean, this person ain't lying. I did not know the Rico was created for the Italian mob, though. That fun fact. The double standard in society is wild. Yes, I agree with that one for sure. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below about this video. Truthfully, I don't think he really said anything miscorrected or incorrect. Like I said, I have stories myself. Like I said, with African and Caribbean people. Boy, the things that I've heard and seen towards black Americans, it's kind of crazy to me. And I'm just like, guys, we are all human. You know what I'm saying? We all want peace. We all want to enjoy life. I'm not understanding why it's this hard. If you want me to react to any more videos, please DM me Mercedes Spy. It should be under here somewhere. In another mother freaking video. Deuces.